back in the office like we never left with a feisty woman that she doesn't know, but I've seen her in board meetings in Miami-Dade. Welcome, Brenda Betancourt.
Thank you. A pleasure for being here with you. It's good to have another woman who actually fights for the people.
Thank you.
I think it's very
hard.
important.
It's hard.
Oh no, it is.
They tell me so many things, pero ahí vamos.
I think if people don't realize that you give a task to a busy woman, and you get it done.
Correct.
You give a task to a lazy man, nothing will happen.
Amen.
So that's what people always tell me. You always have involved yourself in so many things. Sometimes it's not because I want to. Sometimes it's people know that you are going to make a difference. People understand that you will go the extra mile to help a community. So that's what I was mentioning. All my volunteers, 100% of my volunteers into today are volunteers. They are my neighbors. They are my friends. They are the pastors and churches in Little Havana who are knocking on doors with me, who are posting the signs, who are making phone calls. 100% volunteers.
And they're doing a great job because on Monday I went to a meeting and I saw signs everywhere. There was one house, I think it had like 6 signs. From one end to the other, I was like, we got it, you love her, we got it. And it was only your sign. But you know, I always say que another life, yo tenía que ser a political bruja or something because I've been going to budget meetings for 2 years or 3. And every time we speak, there's always someone behind me that I look, and it's you. And I was like, man, this woman needs to run for something because you say, Commissioner, what's going on? The lights of the streets is not working. Can someone give me an answer? I'm not leaving until you give me an answer. Sí o no es así que tú es así. I see everything. And I'm like, damn, this woman needs to run.
But it's, what you were doing for 3 years, I've been doing it for almost 28 years. And the reason I do it is I have the chance to do it. I have time. I'm a commercial broker. I have always been a consultant. So I understand everything that has to do with the county, the city, and the state. And people don't understand. It's like, what do you do? I'm like, you don't understand. I can make a sale on property and I get $50,000. So I do have a time.
Yeah.
I can do a permit for my same clients and I get $30,000. So I do have that time for me to go and see what we need to know as a community and as a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm a president for Cayocho Chamber of Commerce for 9 years.
Oh wow.
And I was vice president for 12. So I'm being in everything involved with the community and Cayocho and businesses that I always understood how important it is to be involved in the relation between elected officials and citizens.
Yeah.
And I have never been afraid because I don't own them anything.
Right.
I can stand in any corner of, and I was saying that the other day in the radio, because I have a radio show at 12:10 a.m. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays at 11. So I was telling on the radio, I can stand in any corner of Little Havana, Brickell, Miami-Dade, Tallahassee, Washington, and nobody can say, I got you. I did it.
The same thing as me. Yeah.
So what is the problem and the biggest issue that I have is I don't have no alliance with nobody because I don't own favors to nobody.
Yeah.
And the reason my campaign is so small is because I don't want people to give me money. I know every single politician that you can think of, from Congress, Senate, state representatives, states, senators, commissioners, mayors. I know even one can say Brenda came and knocked on my door and asked me for $1,000 or asked me for anything.
Yeah.
Neither other political, powers. And the reason is because I don't want to be in that position that one day they're going to knock on the door and say, hey, you got here because of me.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, to me, it's so important to have the community with you.
Yeah.
Like I knock on doors and it's most likely it's somebody that I know. Or I helped them somehow on the road, or we went to the same events, or we love the same thing. Like I was doing with the Brickell Homeowner Association cleanup in the river. We're doing it for years. It's not something that just come out now.
It didn't come out last week.
It's
been happening for you.
Exactly. Yes. The same thing with Survival Pathway, who does help. You know Francesco?
Yes.
So I know Francesco for over 16 years.
Yes.
When Francesco have a little tiny desk that we used to bother him all the time. And I got so much trouble for it. You know, because that's a community that people tend to reject and attack.
Yes.
To me, I just see them as a people. And what you do in your room, in your house, is your problem.
Correct.
It cannot be part of my opinion because I don't agree or disagree. If I have to help you, I will help you regardless.
Yes.
So to me, that's important. To me, is community. It doesn't matter what type of religions, what is you believe in, I don't know, in environmental or trees or traffic. It doesn't matter. If you are a person that for some reason somebody sent you to me and you get to speak with me about any issue, I will listen to you. In recently, what I got is a Fontainebleau condominiums. They have almost 3,000 units having issues.
Yeah.
And since I was working with Angel and the hammocks for years, so somebody like, oh, you got to talk to Brenda. I'm like, Brenda's running. Brenda is doing a campaign, and they're like, Brenda, we're gonna come and knock on the door for you because you always help.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I always say, when you do good things happen to you. When you do bad things, bad happen to you. So I know you're very active because I've seen you multiple times in the board meetings, and I've seen you speak also in the city of Miami. And when you do stuff like that, you get a community that follows you around because they appreciate what you do. So my question is, why did you wanted to run down for the city of Miami? Tan caliente que está.
Well, believe it or not, it was several things. I think it was Frank Arroyo was the one to actually push my last drop in my bucket. I ran into with him. Actually, he ran into me in an event in Miami Beach, then in another event in Hialeah, where he was speaking with donors for his campaign. And I'm like, in Hialeah was the drop, like, that's it. They're like, I gotta ask him. And since I am so me,
yes, very feisty.
without filter, right, and without that, I don't know how to say it. I'm not that soft person that is going to go around you. No, I'm going to go up front and ask you. And I say, hey, Frank, how you doing here? Oh, you know. And I'm like, are you running? What are you talking about? I just want to tell you this. If you decide to run, I'm running. He freaked out. You cannot do this to me. What are you talking about? And I'm like, Frank, if you are running, I'm going to run. I never in my life want to run, even though everybody asks me. Everybody in the mother, from Randy Santi down, are you running? No. Because I represent the governor in faith and religions for the non-profit organizations who does everything with churches. And that's why I know everybody, pastors and everybody, rabbis, and you know, all of these lovely sections of our world that most people don't touch.
What time do you sleep? Because I see you everywhere.
Yeah, well, I'm horrible in sleeping, and if you receive an email at 12 o'clock at night, it's normal to me. I barely sleep.
It happens to me too.
Yeah, so I always give the little time, right? Because I have so many friends and churches. So he asked me, he's like, no, you can do that. And I said, you know what? If you decide to run, I'm going to run. If I find out that you're knocking in doors because you're going to run for District 3, I am running. Then it was other political persons that they were like, oh, am I running? I say, if Frank run, I'm running. Oh, I'm not running. Against you? No. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was thinking, but if you're running, forget it. I am not running. But then everything started happening. Frank show up to places with a cake. You know, it's your birthday. Guess who's knocking on your door with a cake? And then people start, yes. And then people start like, oh.
That's weird, to be honest.
Tell me about it. I have real videos that people, friends of mine, they're like, you know, have the video where he called, knocking. He knows nobody answer, and he knows they're there because the cars are there, and they don't open the door. They're like, I'm not eating his cake. What I know what that? They're worried beeping or whatever. And I'm like, just be nice, people. Don't, you know. So that's why I make it decide. That and a senior in Little Havana who went and knocked on the door to the commissioner's office, wait outside for almost half an hour, 45 minutes, in their hot weather. She can see people inside, and they didn't open the door for her.
That's horrible.
And then she was freaking out. She calls a friend of hers, in Homestead, she's a very active person, to know what to do. And that person like, oh, are you there where you are? Oh, let's call Brenda. And of course, here we go. Brenda's come to the picture, and I receive a phone call. Hey, I have a friend who's having this issue. I said, but why are you calling me? Because she went to Carol's office and nobody opened the door for her. That to me was like slap in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go see her. I was able to help her. She need to recertify her duplex, because her duplex, with a new law that our commissioners there decided if you have a duplex, it's a commercial. So you need to be treated as a commercial property.
Oh wow.
So she gets around $800 on her check. How are you going to pay for a recertification? So a friend of mine from La Cuarenta, Rosa from Trump, she called me. She said, Brenda, I know you do pro bono cases. Did you still doing it? Sure. What type? Because you can always get all kind of things. And I'm like, it has to be a senior, has to be somebody who actually need it. They can have payment.
Yeah.
So I went and talked to her, and when she told me, I think it was one of those things that's it. I was able to get with my husband, a friend of ours who's engineering, structural engineer, who did the service for her for free. My husband got a friend of him who does electrical, and he did the service for her.
Oh, nice.
Then I did the permit for free, and she just has to pay for the permit herself. That I couldn't do it for her. And then her problem is resolved.
Oh, nice.
But it was like upsetting. I was like, why did we making life miserable for people? Why can't we just open the door? And let me tell you, he called me. You say this. I said yes. And the moment that you want proof, me, and the media, because it has to be cameras in there, I will bring every single one of them that have knocked on the door and say that you don't open the door, and they're going to tell you in the public, so that way, like they say, you don't going to go back after them. So you tell me when.
And I'll bring the media with me.
You have to. Everybody with me.
With any politician, you have to have everything on record, because there's always, no, you didn't say this. No, I didn't say this. No, aquí te tengo grabado.
No, and I have proofs, names, addresses, the people who are willing to do it, because they don't understand. I don't know if it was the people as an employees that they're not doing it. I don't know if he knew the people are doing it, because in the end, even though it's not you personally, but if your employee does it, it's you.
Yeah.
You might know, you might not know. I don't know, but I said.
They're not gonna say your employee's name. They're gonna say the Office of Mercy were so rude with me. Whatever. Yes.
So when I said to him, because I spoke with Commissioner Yokaroyo in his office when they called me, and I had no problem. And people say, I'll go with you. No, I don't need it. Easy peasy. I go and I say what I have to say. And I sat in the conference room. And I asked her, and I said, what do you need to know? What do you do? Not a problem. Because to me, you can't treat people like they're less than you. As a commissioner, your only job, is to resolve the issues of your constituents. Number one. Number two is, if you cannot resolve the issue of your constituents, then you should call and find out how he can do whatever they need to get done. If it's you don't understand it, that's your job is not going yourself and doing it. Your job is not getting into private property and do things that you shouldn't be doing. That's not your job. Why? Because then when you jump to do things that they are outside your job, that's what all the suits,
all that stuff happens.
Everything else.
That a lot of money goes out, that it's taxpayers' money, that they can fix issues like helping organizations, Survivor Pathway. When I get so upset when I ask all these commissioners, what have you done to help that organization? That organization should be in Circle of Brotherhood. Those two organizations, to me, all of them are good, but Survivor Pathway has so many things happening in that organization that helps a lot of women and men. They look for jobs for people. They have free clinics, and all that is funding. It's donations, and it bothers me so much that nobody talks about in board meetings or anything like that.
Well, I talk about it all the time.
I know you
I get crucified because think about it. I am one of those representing faith and religions. So how come you doing? I always tell the pastors. One day, somebody very important from the church association called me and said, "You can't do this." I said, well, let's be realistic here. We all children of God. You as a leader of that faith, where in the Bible say that you have to attack anybody else who doesn't agree with you.
Correct.
Because into today, I haven't read that in the Bible.
Yeah.
Where it says that you have to attack people or you have to press people. No. Bible says that you have to love God the same way you love man. You have that. It's the number one rule.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So to me, they might not agree with you. Maybe they're on the wrong path. But it's not my job to attack them.
Yeah.
It's not my job to make them change their mind. But I'm going to treat them the same way I want them to be treated.
Yeah. For sure.
And I love Francesco.
I love him so much.
I love Monica, Patricio, all of them.
Yeah,
and they all know that I always going to be there.
Yeah. Every time I see them in an event, I always introduce everybody to the Survivor Pathway.
Because they help. Listen, the last thing I think is key for people. Key.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who is being elected to a position, your job is not just resolve issues, help them to issues, but for now, in Thursday, tomorrow, you're going to see the Commissioner Arroyo request to move budget money from one side to another different item. You know what the money is being moved for?
For what?
Because every single senior who's in low income is going to receive $500 now every month to help them. But now, 2 months before election. Because he started doing it a year ago, but they stopped it. He stopped it. Commissioner Manolo Reyes continued doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, continue doing it to those seniors that are really in low income, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, Commissioner Carrillo canceled it. He just did it 1 year. But now it's in election time. So now he's asking to the money to be moved. So that means the money was there and you're not going to use it, or who knows what it was. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to use it to give seniors, now in election time, $500. And I'm going to say it tomorrow.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Why? Why you even think about it, about the constituent 365 days a year? Right. You're going to think 2 months before election.
And what a coincidence, you're running for mayor now.
So it is important to understand how responsible you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can do that budget correctly, you can give not 500, I would say 300, so you can spend to more people, right? Mm-hmm. And you can help, because we have seen seniors.
No,
the roaches they open the door when you knock on the door, and there's 3-4 roaches in the floor, and I'm like, shoot, I hope then that one of them don't jump in my shoe and then I take it home with me. Because you have to think about that.
Yeah. The same thing when you go to the animal shelter. There's a possibility that you're going to leave there with roaches.
So what happened is, it's very important for us to understand that a commissioner job is more than just arguing with people.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be arguing with anybody.
Yeah.
Because your job is what? Customer service.
Right. Solving problems, customer service, hearing them out.
You know,
we have so much to talk about, pero because you're joining this race at the right time, or maybe the wrong time, because that is very hard.
I think it's the right time.
I think so too, because you're very feisty and you're very you like I said, you gone to board meetings and you don't say their names because we're not allowed to. We're like, what's going on? I'm waiting for an answer. When are you gonna fix the lighting? And you're there like, everybody's like looking at each other. Who's gonna answer? Who's gonna answer? So I think it's for City of Miami to become great again, I guess, we need to do a cleanup. We need to get on a Wawa and stick everybody in there and start fresh skin, fresh blood, no attachments. There's too many attachments, you know. Everybody there hates each other, but under the table they're best friends and they help each other and they go around. Like I would say,
don't ask me those questions just because I know everybody. That's horrible.
So a little bit before we start hitting all these questions, I wanted to know a little bit more about your background, where you're from, because I saw that you did a video in the streets of Brickell saying that as a daughter of an immigrant, that you, so tell me, because your eyes sparkle, so.
Yes.
Viste que me lo veo todo, yo lo veo todo.
Yeah, I see that, which is great. To be honest, like, I came in 1994 with my father. He brought us from my sisters and I, and we came legally. He asked us for residence, and thank God we were able to get approved. So I flew from La Ceiba, Honduras, which I am from, to Miami, with the yellow envelope, vanilla envelope. Then you go to a little room, then they ask you questions, and then welcome to Miami. So yeah, it was very a unique experience. I wasn't planning on coming to the United States. I think nobody, neither of the four sisters, were planning on coming to the United States. And but my father was here in 1986 when Ronald Reagan did the.
That's the second time somebody talks about Ronald Reagan. That to me is.
He is my favorite president, and then but he was here. My grandmother was in Miami since 1979. So the first restaurant of Hondurans, it was like 19th Street and in front of the Presidente. That was for the first cafeteria hondureña. And so we here so I am the third generation. I said my grandma, then my aunts, my father, and everybody else, then us, then my daughter, then my grandkids. So it's like it's a combination. So we came here legally. It's hard when you come legally and you see so many illegal people. And why I say that, because in 1998 I was able to go with a lot of defendings and not defending, I don't know how to say, a lot of coalitions. Francisco Morazan was an organization to fight for TPS.
Oh.
So I went with them in 1998. So this has been a long time.
Yeah.
So I went as a young person. I went with them. It was 5 buses from Miami going to Congress to speak on behalf, right, of you to approve the TPS for Honduras. And then we show up and they're like, you need to be at least resident to get into Congress. Guess what? The only person in the 5 buses that was legal was me. So I have to go. And that was my first time actually speaking in Congress.
Wow.
It was like, oh, nobody else, Brenda. And I was shown to the door, and I have to go, and they checked me in, and I went and I spoke about why immigrants should need to have a protection. And that was when the hurricane happened, Mitch, and this or that. I was in the United States already. But I went to speak on behalf of TPS for Honduras.
Oh, wow.
And I started, and the first thing I say is, I'm a legal resident. I remember that I got my little green card, and I kind of like, hey, I'm legal. Like I am defending them, but I'm legal. And from there, I'm start always, so I always have been around people that actually have the need. That's what I know Marlene Bastien from Miami-Dade County, because when the time when the Haiti community was coming, I was helping them to do the paperwork for the paroles. So that's the reason I know so many different people around the county, because I'm being involved in a lot of different areas, right? That I like. And so I like people.
You live in the city of Miami.
I live in the city of Miami for 31 years.
But you wouldn't want to run for Miami-Dade?
I never thought not even running for city
for anything at all.
No, never. It was never ever. And people always asking me. I know that people from Hialeah want me to move to Hialeah. People from Silvaro move to. I don't want to run for anything. I was I go and walk in your campaign and help you.
And help me, yeah.
But never. It was never at all my intention to run for office. And now I'm here.
Ya, como dicen, ya estás montada.
I know, yeah.
And it's very complicated sitting in Miami because, I do take my time and I do watch every board meeting. I don't know how I do it. Like today I have the city of Sweetwater.
With Pepe. I represent Pepe for 20 years.
No comments.
Yeah, no, he's not easy. And let me tell you, people don't understand. When you are involved in so many different things, you lose your perspective.
Correct. I know that punto. And when I feel like when you, I feel for you to be a good politician, you need to learn how to say no and you need to say yes. And when you're right, you have to defend your right, and no one can remove your right. If you say the wall is purple, y viene Brenda dice, no, the wall is green, I'm not leaving until you give me an answer. I'm like, no, Brenda, vamos a trabajar todo el día because esa pared is purple. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know? But here, with any pressure, they change sides, they move sides, they betray themselves, they betray their co-workers, that's how you call it in the political world, their co-workers, they betray the one that you think is going to support your idea because it's a good idea, is the one that backstabs you y duro, vaya.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel those.
In the city of Miami, ahí te dice, I'm going to support, putting that tree is perfect there. And when you're there and the tree's going to be there, you in emergency say, no, I don't support that. I never told you that.
Yes.
And they backstab you like, pero ahí con la cara, and I'm like, my God. And they're supposedly faith people, they go to church. And I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. So there's so many things going on in the city of Miami. Like, I feel like we're going to have a long podcast today. So are you ready?
I'm ready. You tell me what do you want to know?
I want to know about everything. What do you feel about the big situation about the DDA?
Well, Downtown Development Authority has been in place for too long. Nothing that is there should stay. And the reason is, in the moment that you are providing services that you supposedly already pay for those services, so how you know if the services that you deciding the Downtown Development Authority or DDA is doing for the area, so what happened with the money that we already pay that the city is supposed to do it? So you're doing it twice? I don't think so. You're not doing it twice.
Correct.
So where is the money goes? The money that you as a city are not using because the Downtown Development Authority is doing it for you.
Yeah.
So what happened? What? And that's something I mentioned the other day. What? Downtown, the DDA now is going to become homeless trust? Because, I help the homeless. Oh my God, good for me. But then, hello, what happened with the money that we already paid for homeless trust?
Yeah. So if whoever becomes the mayor, you think they should remove the DDA?
I think that they should always do the right thing, which is send it to the ballot.
Yeah.
Ask the voters, do I want 0.39 more in my taxes and my mileage?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be decided by anybody else than the voters.
Yeah.
I used to own for like a year, I think it was a year or two, I don't remember. I used to work for Related, for Judge Perez, in my brokerage. And I sold 10 units in that development. And he's like, oh, you want a unit? It's cheaper and better if I just give you a unit. And I got a unit. Even 2 years of maintenance and all that. And I used to live in 244 Biscayne for like a year or something. And then I sold the unit because I couldn't deal with the Ultra. And I moved back to Little Havana. But I didn't even know back then that I was paying taxes for DDA.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that, and it makes me like very like surprised. I'm like, you don't look at your stuff.
No. You're asking for too much.
They know about it now because of the same people.
Because James is fighting and arguing and
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now everybody's like, wait, let me see why this James is always acting like this. Is está loco or he's right? And he was right. He was right.
The thing about it is people don't understand is, for example, a friend of mine who is a designer. We got a big event and sponsored by the DDA a couple years back, and I never even asked the question where the money came from, because we have the whole Chaban pay for them. He did his designer, all the models and blah blah blah, and then I realized it. After James started talking about the DDA.
You're like, wait, what?
And I told you, oh my God, thank you. My friend have a beautiful event paid by you. Thank you so much. So imagine, James is like,
He turned purple and he's like, that's
some people that don't understand.
Like they gave a small business last week $41,000, an aesthetic. Everybody's like, oh my God, they're so nice. I'm like, yeah, but ask them where they got the money from.
And the problem is, you can just pretend that your organization is going to be taxing people without their knowing. Mm-hmm. Now they know. Most people did not have no idea.
They didn't.
We have a lot of tenants that they don't actually make a difference in their decisions. But at the end, If you, as a tenant, you pay more because it's more taxes, it's the higher is going to be the mortgage, or higher is going to be anything.
Yeah.
So downtown development has a lot of more issues than that. Now they were asking for they from Park Trust to give money because they decided they're going to do something else. But why not doing something less? Let's chop the salaries. A very special person is there, which is a lobbyist, and you and me know Melissa Tapanes is there, and she was doing a fundraising for Ralph Rosado, which I like Ralph. I've known Ralph for a long time. But Ralph is not going to say no to people who are going to make money for him.
Yeah.
Or donate money for his campaign. Yeah. Nobody's going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it should be an ethic complaint. It should be an ethic commission need to review what are actually the regulations of you being as a board member in one of these entities. When you're chairman of the entity, you as a lobbyist are doing fundraising for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me, that cannot be.
And the DDA, she's making...
Is making money.
No, money's not even a word.
What?
She's banking.
But the problem is people need to understand what that means, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is because right now, like last week, Arthur Noriega, the city manager, sent a memo to all the employees. You're not allowed to use your trying with the city to go campaigning for nobody. And I'm like, did he realize that the last two elections, the fire department with the uniform, the police department, the police officer with the uniform were knocking on the door for people? So I have a copy of the memo. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell every single employee and everybody who I'm talking to, and I'm going to stand there tomorrow and say it. If you are a city employee, including police, including fire, including the employee associations, all the associations, if you're going and knocking on doors in the city of Miami with the logo of the city of Miami, or your police uniform, or your fire uniform, and I get a picture, I'm going to report you, and I'm going to tell you the upfront.
Good.
Why? Because if you want the standards for the little guy, you got to have the standard for the big one.
Correct. Yes, agree, 100%.
And if you sign a little piece of paper in the city of Miami when you are an employee, say, I will not be involved in political campaigns, you should be fired.
Yeah.
Sorry for you, but you know what? When you finish at 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever else, you take off the uniform
and you do what you want to do.
You put your shirt of whoever you want to support and go for it.
Yeah.
But don't use the city of Miami as a weapon against the same person who's voting for you. Imagine a bombero or a firefighter or a policeman knock on the door and say, hey, you vote for fulano tal. What the heck do you want to do?
It depends. If es un bombero bello, Dios mío, lo que tú quieres.
You too? You see? You know what the secret told me the other day?
Sí, lo que tú quieres. Tú quieres
claro, dame una boleta. Let's do it. And believe it or not, the reason I'm saying that because a senior asked me the other day, oh my God, you know, Brenda, the last election, they sent these beautiful two ladies to ask me for the boleta. I gave them that boleta. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. I just want them in there. They came and it smelled good. And they sat and they were having some shorts. The old men were not giving...
They don't even care who they were signing for.
He didn't even know who he voted for. He said, you think they're going to come this year? And I'm like,
really?
Dude. So I told him, I said, you know that's a 3rd-degree felony?
It is.
And he goes like, what? Okay, and I went back. I said, that beautiful lady who comes, and you handed the ballot to her. You go and say here, my beautiful, whatever, Venezuelan, whatever, Colombian, whatever according with you, come and ask you for your ballot. And by a chance, it's a ring camera across from you, and I get that picture. Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend, but you and that beautiful lady going to jail because I'm going to report you. Mm-hmm. And you and her are 5 years minimum in jail, $5,000. You both go to jail. And just for the fact that you need to be honest in what you're doing.
Yeah.
For both sides. You shouldn't be giving your vote away, and she should come and collect your vote.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to tell you right now, all of those apartments that have cameras, which is now 90% of them.
Yeah.
If you've been caught, be ready. I'm in the radio now. I can tell you name, I can share everything. Don't even go there.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, I'm going to express it.
Oh, I'm watching. It's in the morning, right?
So in the morning, I'm gonna. The radio is gonna use my one of my shows because I said I'm going.
Yeah.
I need to make sure people understand this because it's serious. In the Attorney General, I know Ashley Moody. Ashley is having eyes everywhere, especially City of Miami. She's asking for the National Guards. Don't think it's just it came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
She's been after Miami-Dade County because she, in her mind, our legal system is not working.
Mm.
And now as a senator, she have a little bit more power.
Oh, well, bring it, girl, bring it.
So I hope that Ashley, and when you have a chance, you can interview her. She's amazing, and she do not like the way Miami-Dade County.
That's what we need, spicy women.
Is moving. So we need to work on that.
Yes. And now that you spoke about ballots, what did you think about them changing the election day?
I think if you do it right, it will be good. But I'm gonna tell you this. Think about this. It's election time for next year. Governor, Congress, state representatives, senators, state senators.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If you're gonna have commissioners of county and commissioners and mayor of the city of Miami, tell me who is actually gonna be able to understand and do it.
Yeah.
We are the bottom of the pit. We like it or not, cities are on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You have federal, state, county, city.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have $1,000 that I'm going to give in my budget for campaign, do you think anybody in the city of Miami is going to get $1,000 or the president or the governor going to get it?
Right.
Or the senators, or Congress, or state, and then county, and then us.
So you think they should have changed it or it doesn't matter?
To be honest, I think that if we change it to those even years, you're gonna have less people running because you're not gonna be able to collect money. You don't, and most of them maybe will be good, but then who's gonna be the only ones that are gonna be recognized? The names.
Yeah. That but también I feel like because the city of Miami, a lot of people don't come out to vote. So I feel like if they do change it with ballots, making the people vote for it, depending on the people what they vote. But if they do, let's say the people wanted to vote, the outcome is going to be a little bit more. Just the candidates have to work a little bit harder.
But no, think about it. What is the different reason too for this? When you do governor, state, senator, it's bipartisan.
Mm.
So you got to go to the first round, which is in August.
Yeah. And
City doesn't go first round in August. If you tell me I'm going to change to 22 even years, but we're going to follow the same thing, like first round is not going to be November whatever, it's going to be in August, regardless of partisan. And that's the biggest issue. Think about it. Maybe I don't know if you understand this.
No, I do.
So what happened is, when you gotta go to the first round to see who's going to the main, city doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So what happened is you're gonna have, which happened with Daniela Levin Cava, and that's the reason that she kind of like went through money, because she did not was in August. So when everybody went to vote in August, she was not. And even though it was a Republican vote, it couldn't count in the second round.
Yeah.
So what happened is, August is going to be everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
November will be everybody else and the city. But when you have to go for a second round, which doesn't exist for the rest, City of Miami is going to have a second round in December.
Yeah.
4 weeks after.
Yeah.
So tell me, see, nobody goes in November. Think about it in December.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. As much as we would think about, we're going to get more people to vote, people are going to go vote, and most people go and say governor, president, and they give the ballot away.
That's true. My grandma will do that.
When
my grandma sees a lot of people, she starts calling me, ¿Qué hago?
So that's what when you do 20 to even years, you have to think about everything that is in it.
Yeah.
And most people don't even go halfway. They don't even think about not even what we talk about. Most people don't even understand how the ballot and the process work. So, yes, it's sad that it's going to be an even, like right now, if it stays the same way, at the moment that the amendment happened, the amendment happened this year, no matter what, every 8 years, you're going to have a new people.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to run for the same seat, or you can repeat yourself. No. So no matter what, if you even stay in the uneven, actually it's going to give you the chance that actually you're going to have to knock on doors.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's in 8 years, we don't have nobody new. Nobody. And you have 5 people running for the 5 seats differently. Or 3, because it's always 3. Or either 3 commissioners or the commissioner and the mayor.
Yeah.
If you always have 3 new ones, because they're gone, they can come back, it's going to actually make you go and knock on doors. Because we are thinking about like the way we are now.
Yeah.
Lo mismo, the same people, the dynasty. But if that amendment happened,
that you're pushing that.
I'm pushing. Oh no, everybody, the mothers that I know.
Put me there. I want to sign in. She wants to sign in.
When you go voting in November, that's what you need to do. You need to do your ballot amendments. So what happened is the amendment is.
But I don't live in the city of Miami.
Oh, you can vote.
Oh, damn it.
But you're
pushing. I'm pushing everybody.
It's like me. I'm pushing everybody. People say, I have a lady who says, oh, I don't live in your district. Oh, so sad. But no. You don't live in my district doesn't mean you don't have to vote. You gotta go vote, even if you don't want a mayor. Forget about the mayors, as long as you vote for the amendments. Because you talk about the time that you're tired of the same people, go and vote for the amendment.
Yeah.
If you don't want to vote for the mayor, don't do it.
So if it gets approved, and then no me da ni chance de preguntar. I want to know the juicy part.
Okay, what juicy part do you want?
So if I'm running and my brother's running too, and does that affect?
No, doesn't affect you. If it's because of family, doesn't make no difference.
So the mayor and the brother could be there.
Well, is the amendment happening? No.
That's what I'm asking. If it does pass, does that affect those people?
Yes, affects. Frank Arroyo is doomed because he already did 2 years.
Yeah.
Or 2 terms.
It has to be the terms.
He says terms. It says
so
terms.
So van a quedar sin nadie ahí.
Thank God. Aleluya. It was about time.
Porque ahí está, from the 13 mayors, hay majority of them.
It's 13 already?
Yeah, 13. Todos los días hay uno nuevo.
No, but that's it.
That's
Saturday.
Pero supposedly ahora pusieron uno que...
So just for you to see, look, a resolution of City of Miami Commission, we are talking about, the same thing. Section, of the charter, form of government nominating on election or election for mayor or commissioner, term of office, recall to establish no person who has been elected or appointed for 2 times to any office of mayor or commissioner shall be re-elected to the office to serve in a lifetime. So it's clear, and it says so effective.
This gets approved.
Calling for referendum and providing a charter amendment will be a referendum, a special election, starting November 4th.
Okay, so November 5th se va a vaciar todo.
November 4th.
Bueno, at 12 o'clock at night.
That means Tomás Regalado can come back, Francis can come back.
Xavier can come back?
Yes, he can. He did 1 term that he was kicked out by Carollo. Then Carollo, that's why. Remember when he was a fight with I don't know if you were too young.
No, I don't remember the whole thing, but I do remember there was a...
Xavier was in as a mayor. Joe runs against him. And it's a fight because of absentee ballots. And at the end, the judge said Joe won. So they kicked Xavier.
So Xavier can come back.
And Joe can come back for 1 term.
Oh my goodness.
If the amendment happened. If the amendment doesn't pass, whoever wants of the 2 of them can do 2 terms.
So we're going to have Suarez for 8 years.
Or Joe for 8 years.
I don't know. So
that's the reason people say, why are you pushing for this? Because even if you don't want to vote for anything, if you don't want to vote for the mayor, you don't want to vote for the new commissioner, that's okay. Just go and make sure you vote for this one.
For this one, we'll give chances for new people to come,
for
new blood, new ideas.
Forever and ever.
So it's a good, I hope they put this in Miami-Dade. Mira, te voy a llamar para Miami-Dade para empujar eso.
Because I think we all need to understand how we complain all the time. Lo mismo. Oh my God, fulanito. Okay, you don't want to complain no more? Go and vote for this one. After this, let's move on, because regardless of what you're going to vote or not, you're going to have new people.
Yeah.
Every 8 years, you're going to have a new people.
Yeah.
Every year, new mayors, new commissioners, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
So think about how
they need that too.
So, Miami, they did it. Why do you think your friend Pepe Diaz...
No, not Miami-Dade. Anytime Sweetwater.
Now, why? Because this one happened in Miami-Dade County.
Because él vio que I was coming in more in action y dijo, no me voy, que tú una loca.
No.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why. You remember the commissioner was for Homestead, who created Homestead City, Florida City. He was there for 32 years until this amendment passed in the county. That's why Pepe left. That's why Monestin left. That's what Salmi, the one in Aventura left. They all left. Bruno, that's the reason. Don't think that this is much because they were going to be so nice. Rebecca Sosa. It's not because they were nice. It's because the amendment passed, and they have a line between like now and here. After that, goodbye, and go do something else. Then Pepe went to Sweetwater. And other people are trying to do other stuff.
Same.
But that's the amendment passed. But think about it. Commissioner was there for 32 years. Mm-hmm. Pepe was 24. I know because and Bruno was 20, and all of them were there for decades. Into this pass. And it passed in the county for 75% of voters went out just for that. Yeah. So I hope that the city of Miami this time
they need to,
and we all need to just make sure that we keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You don't want to vote for nobody? Don't vote. Just
vote
if you do this, you actually making a difference more than a new candidate.
Yeah. What do you feel the city of Miami agreeing to work with ICE? Ahora todavía no las preguntas buenas.
No. It's not agreeing or not. It's part of the state, the federal law. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's not like you know what? Let me not do it. First of all, you don't want to get more in hot water with the governor.
So I know. But be honest.
But they're not even there.
Yeah, but at least be honest and say that part. Don't say, a la vuelta, make all these people come in, all these arguments in that town meeting.
But people came in because non-profit organization made that call.
Yeah.
Every single city, the 289 cities and the state of Florida has to sign it.
Yeah.
Unless you want Governor Ron DeSantis going after you, because you have to sign it.
Yeah.
It's federal law.
Yeah.
And when Rossi, our sheriff, friends, I used to say, our sheriff.
Wait, we don't like Rossi?
Yeah, Rossi explained this to us like, we have to sign it, one. It's a process. ICE has to create a program where the officer that you assign need to go to train and get the credentials. Go to a background check for federal.
Okay.
So it's not like right now the police says,
no, but you're explaining it in a perfect way. You're explaining it in a smart way that we understand a little bit. I knew about this, but I'm glad you're explaining to the followers.
Yeah, because
when we went to the town meeting, ahí habían socialism. The people wearing shirts saying socialism is not a crime.
I know, but you are going to get them because
you are, but you have to explain to them.
Yeah. It's a process.
You just explain
it's a process. Like for example, the police officer need to train, pass the training. After that, they have to go background check federal, which is not. Some of them, might not pass.
Yeah.
sad to say, but hey, it's not our decisions.
Yes.
Federal have a different rules
Exactly.
that we don't control.
They have a whole bunch of testings. It's not like, let me go in because I'm good
things.
looking. I train with Francis Suarez every morning. It's not like that.
Let me not go there, please. I'm trying to behave. And what happened
Don't worry, I never behave.
And then upon that, after they pass all the fingerprint, background, blah, 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 they need to go and sort in by federal.
Yeah.
And after that, then
It's a
they will
process.
be
It's a big
able
process.
to go. As 2 weeks ago, the ICE or Homeland Security hasn't created that program yet. Meaning it is in paper.
Mm-hmm.
City of Miami will send 3 officers to supposedly help me after they get all this training.
Yeah.
But as of today, nobody's going to ask you for anything.
Yeah.
They barely even ask you for anything right now.
Yeah.
Because they shortage. They 30% short.
Yeah.
Most people, most police officers and some of the fire department employees have gone to a drop because they don't want to deal with the elected officials. Think about this.
And
you as a police officer, you don't want to work for the city of Miami because I don't want to do something that I shouldn't be doing and I'm being asked to do.
Correct. There's a shortage of staff in the city of Miami. There's actually a rumor, maybe you, with what if I see, there's a lot of officers that should be getting fired because of the COVID loans and all this stuff. And the sheriff, it's a rumor, I have not confirmed it, but when I did post it that my ex told me, I did get a lot of phone calls saying it is true, Mercy.
It is true. And not just police officers.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of people there. But the chief of the police are saying, don't fire them on one. Fire one every month because we are super short of staff.
The thing about it is, as a city, if you don't know what your employees are doing, asking for federal money, which you should.
Well, the mayor doesn't know what they're doing because yo nunca en mi vida, en 40, I'm not going to tell exactly cuántos años tengo, pero yo nunca he visto un mayor que viene para la foto, presentation, hace un U-turn y disappears. Yo nunca he visto un mayor que no está en board meetings.
Well, that we have to thank our former Commissioner Rainier Diaz de la Portilla. Oh no, Alex Diaz de la Portilla. Our Manolo Reyes, who's not with us any longer, and Carollo. Because at the beginning, when there 3 of them were together and they decided that Francis was the enemy, they made his life miserable. So why he's going to be there? Commissioner King is the one, the chair, that he's appointing her to do his position, right?
With hello microphone. Lady, sir, please calm down.
Pobrecita. I feel so bad for her. I feel horrible for her because she's in the middle between those 2 beasts, and then it's like.
I'm actually sometimes I get scared.
Me too.
She's in the middle and they're gonna swing each other.
And her mother is the one more concerned. Believe it or not.
I believe in.
And she said to her, I don't want you there. I don't want you running. Her mother doesn't want her to run. And she said, Mom, I gotta finish at least my 2 terms.
Yeah, maybe like 3 months ago, they were like really bad. That one of them got up. I'm like, oh my god, woman, just drop the mic and muerte para atrás. Because she was there with the mic. What do I do?
Yeah,
guys, please sit down.
She's that. The thing about it is, you have to have more responsibility. We're not having it.
No.
The mayor has decided to step back because of that reason. When they attacked, it was just at the point that I felt that Carollo was going to go grab him, put him in his lap, and spank him. No, that was at that point.
You can't do that. You're going to ruin his Botox.
I know.
No, don't do that.
The commissioners got so bad against him in those few months. Then after that, you never see him.
No.
He comes for the proclamations.
Yeah.
He do his proclamations. Or it's something really that he need to be because it's going to veto or something. Then he show up. But he's there. Looking from the mirror, from the TV in his office. He's there. So to me, since you talk about it, I'm going to give you a little thing that you're going to freak out.
Oh God.
But it's good.
Breaking news.
Nah. What happened is, just think about it. If by any chance, which to be honest, before I would say yes, now I'm not sure if Commissioner Joe Carrera is going to make it as a mayor, because Emilio has get a lot of attention and people like him a lot. Mm-hmm. But let's say, for please sake, Commissioner Joe Carrera becomes mayor.
I mean, not knocking wood that happens, knocking wood it doesn't happen.
and he decided not to appoint anybody. That he wants to be the chair because that's the job of the mayor. The mayor should be the one managing the meeting. So let's say Commissioner Carrillo decide, you know what, I'm not going to appoint any of the commissioners and I'm going to be the one.
No, Miami screw for real.
So I want you to have that on mind.
No, not you people. Go follow. Go vote. Go vote for them. Go vote.
So, and I'm going to tell you this, people ask me, I'm like, Brenda, what will happen? Nothing will happen.
No,
In the sense where nothing will pass, because if you can think about it, where Arthur Noriega sit every day or every meeting, that should be Francis' office.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So think about it. If the mayor becomes Joe Carollo and he sit there and he be the one designing or assigning what thing goes in the agenda, think about this.
Bueno, the only good thing is that little Billy and him don't want to fajado de verdad.
Oh my God, Billy is something else. He's tripping. Somebody was telling me, oh, Billy was sending me things from your Instagram. I said, good for him. He's against you. I said, I don't care. Billy can say whatever he wants. That's the first thing, the first thing you have to learn is people have to have the right to agree or disagree with you.
That's why we live in democracy.
And then he said, oh no, but he was sending it to other people. I thought it was something else. No, but the message is good. And I'm like, I have nothing against anybody.
Yeah.
I don't like him doing what he does because then he antagonized the other one and the other one doesn't need much.
Right.
To
Correct.
mushroom crowd.
Yeah.
But I just want you and everybody who's listening to you and us right now, think about this. If Commissioner Joe Carrillo becomes our mayor, he will be sitting in where Arthur Noriega is, in charge of the agenda of City of Miami. So think about this, and I want you people to understand this. If you don't know how the city works, as a commissioner, let's say Brenda wants this tree, and Brenda wants to change how, I don't know,
trees, whatever.
Yeah, how we fix the sidewalks. Brenda sent to the office of the mayor my resolution that I want to put in the agenda for the next meeting, and the mayor will see if the item goes into agenda or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you guys to picture that. And he will be the one having the gavel. Right?
He's going to pick it in half.
Right? And then you're going to have 5 commissioners
fighting
that want to do changes.
Fighting or being censored. One of the two, right? One of the two.
So I need you guys to understand this. So City of Miami residents and voters, if you think things are bad and we look like a banana republic, or worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
right, because let me tell you, people. I know so many people in Tallahassee and Washington D.C. They look at me like, Brenda, like, please don't go there. I know. Before I used to argue and say, never call me the Miami is a banana republic. Now I can tell you, yes, you're right.
You're right.
Because we got into that point that is embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then next year, supposedly, thanks to Francis, we're gonna have G20 here. Think about it. If one of those electoral officials from outside the world come and see one commission meeting.
No, se mueren.
Right?
Se mueren.
So I just
they'll grab their stuff and leave.
So I need you guys to understand is how important is go to vote. If you're not gonna vote for anything else, go to your amendments. If you want to think about, oh my God, it's crazy now, think about it. If we get the wrong persons in the wrong places, we as a city are not going to move forward. Yeah. I'm going to tell you why. Commissioner Francis Suarez endorsed Gillen the last week before Ron DeSantis and him went to election, right? Have you ever seen Governor Ron DeSantis next to Francis Suarez in the past 6.5 years? You will never be. I work in his campaign. We're having a celebration in Jose Marti Park. Happy. All of us who work in the campaign, right there with the governor. Manolo was there. Joe was there, by the way, because it was his district and they asked him for use the Jose Marti Park basketball court in the second floor. And everybody else who was part of the campaign were there. In the middle of the event, Francis showed up with his 2 surgical arms. And we all like, what in the world are you doing here? He thought, I'm a mayor. Governor, our new governor is here. I'm going to be welcome to the stage. They did not even let him go inside. He stepped up by the doors, and Eddie was like, what are you doing here? Gillian is not like that. Like people, the voters, us were actually telling that to him. He was never allowed in.
Oh wow, that's so embarrassing.
So do you think that we have received any assistance from the state? Because what our mayor decided to do a week before election of the governor.
Yeah.
So I just want every single one of you to think about this. Why we don't get more money for transportation? Why we don't get money for fixing the infrastructure? Why we still flooding everywhere? Why we don't get money for any other issue that we have at the city of Miami?
Yeah.
With the governor of Ron DeSantis?
Turn their back.
Thanks to our mayor. He make a decisions, the residents pay for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So now it's going to same thing.
Yeah.
Who do we actually want in the seat who actually can have a good relations with our governor? Yeah, it can be a state or federal. Who has that relation? Because at the end of the day, if we cannot make our money to come to the city of Miami, the extra money. Why Manolo was so good doing streets, sidewalks, parks?
Because he will get the funds.
Because he will go to Governor Ron DeSantis and he will get extra money for District 4. And we don't think about it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not endorsing anybody, but we have to be realistic. The endorsement of whom was announced yesterday. Emilio Gonzalez just got endorsed by the governor.
So you're going to support Emilio?
I'm not supporting anybody because I want to be as neutral as possible.
Until the end.
And I know everybody. I know Emilio for a long time. You know, I'm a military spouse, so part of the military for me is important. So I know Emilio. I know Joe, which yesterday, the 23rd, his mother passed away 2 years ago. I knew Graciela, his mom, and I adore her. We used to go to San Juan Bosco together, so I was one of those little, girls that always go with all of them. And so it's hard. After that, what you have, Eileen, making more money and doing all kind of crazy stuff. We don't have a choice. And then we have Ken Roseau, which is dreaming pipe and whatever it is that he's gonna do. And then you have the new guy from the Have Money that is friend with Francis. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are we gonna do about the homeless increasement there is in the city of Miami?
We should do is what we should do before. We have to stop the cities sending the homeless to us, including Miami Beach, Coral Gables. And Emilio, by the way,
I know he said it here in the podcast.
Yeah,
we're taking them and we're putting them in because it's not fair that we're the only ones that have to deal with this, and he wants to take it around, and I kind of agree, but we need to do something about the
problem is you have a lot of homeless that they are mental problems. We have a lot of addictions, and sometimes people don't want to get help. And I have one because people say, oh, you know all the crazy people in Havana. Well, you know them all. Sometimes we feed them, right?
Yeah.
I have one next to my house, which she permanently around the 2 blocks. And we tried to get her bed. And then we got her bed, we called her, no answer. She disappeared for like a week. Then she come back with a purple eye. No, then they are sometimes that you can't help them because they don't want to receive the help.
I know, but we need to do something about it. Like, I can't go to Brickell, eat a fancy steak, New York steak, and then outside in the window there's a homeless looking at me. I can't.
But sometimes it's going to be hard. But I believe that sooner or later we're going to get the National Guard here.
You believe they're coming?
I think so.
The same way that they cleaned Washington?
I think so. And the reason is because the president has decided that us, City of Miami, is going to become the next financial district in the entire United States. He wants to remove everything from New York. And for some reason, hey, we're the lucky ones.
Yeah.
The problem that we have is our city is a shenanigans. So I know, and we talk about with a candidate, Byron, and he was saying we need to do something with City of Miami. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. Let's do something.
Okay, we're all saying let's do something, but when are we gonna do it? Action stuff for real.
Well, for them is the law is there. We as a city can step in. The same way that you saw the homeless, you can actually call 311 or 911 and say that you have a person who's hanging around. Because one thing is just you walking. If you're walking, you can be a homeless all around the city of Miami. And the moment that you sit down anywhere, as a business owners, we can call. As a property owner, you can call. As a resident, you can call.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna call them to get arrested.
No, they don't need to be arrested. And that's misconception. As a state law, the police officer will show up and say, "Listen, I need you to please move. Do you need help?" They have a mandate to help them, and even to move their personal belongings to somewhere else. We still have beds. That's the reason I tell you that this lady, Zoraida, who's always around my house, we were able to get her bed. Because it's 75 beds permanently for the city of Miami to be able to put somebody in there, in Camilo's house. So what happens is the police will go and say, hey, you need to leave. That person will move to somewhere else maybe. But if the person say, oh, I need a bed, the police has to give the bed. And the police have bags, especially things that they can grab their personal belongings, put it in the back of the car, and take that person to get to shelter.
Yeah.
Or, if they get aggressive, to me, as sad as it is, I prefer to them to be aggressive to the police officer and not to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes if you say something as a person, they can attack you. And sometimes it's not easy. So the easy way for us to do that is that, and making sure the city of Miami, Coral Gables, all those cities, how they do, and I don't know if you know this, with the new local Ron DeSantis, what they do, they arrest the person, the person gets here in our jail right here in 13.
Okay.
And no, aquí in 13. They come here, they there for one day, and they get released where? In the middle of Jackson.
Yeah.
And from there,
the Jackson Hospital.
Yeah. From there they go.
They're everywhere there. They're everywhere.
And I know that because a commissioner from Miami Beach told me, oh, I'm happy with this new law of your governor because now we can just get people arrested and then they get lost over there in your city. And I'm like, what?
I know.
And I said it to her. I said, for real? So you want to become or think or believe that you're better than us? So they get arrested in Miami Beach and they send them back to Miami. And then, of course, the homeless is not going to cross. If you're in City Miami, they stay in City Miami.
Yeah.
So I think it will be on us. Ron Book is I am not his fan, and neither him back to me, because I always say to him, if 600 something homeless we have, and we divide the money for the money that you get of $62 million or $68 million every year, I can give them $600,000 each. I can buy them a house. I can do all kind of things and get them out of it, and you don't have no job. So he's not a fan of me. Think about it: $62 million for 600. They say 1,000 homeless. You give every single homeless $62,000.
He's been there
year.
He's been there for a very long time.
But nobody wants that job.
Nobody wants a job
because they have not find that possibility of help. And why I say that is because people don't know. I actually donate a lot of my time for homeless for many years. Is homeless the shelters? They get you a job, a part-time job. What is the first requirement for you to be actually move out and get any kind of help? You have to have a full-time job. So what am I doing? I give you a part-time job. That I am helping you for you to move out of the shelter to have a permanent house? No.
Right.
You need to have a permanent job.
No.
And what did they offer? Part-time jobs.
Yeah. I was there. I don't know. Were you there in that board meeting when they were Raquel and Daniela Copenhagen's was right. You've been in this for a long time. We need a new fresh. Maybe it's considered to retire. Raquel was defending him. I was like, pero muchacha.
You know that he was asking to be a lobbyist against the Homeless Trust representing the county a couple of years back. And all the old commissioner was still there. And I stand up and I'm like, that's it, I'm done. So I went up and I said, listen, I want you guys to tell me why are you paying Ron Book to go against us, against the Homeless Trust that he represents. Or that's not conflict of interest, or it's just me that I'm an idiot. That you are going to give him a contract, a lobbyist, to go against us for the job that he actually collect money. Yeah. And then you're going to give him money to go against him. Please, I just like, please tell me that I'm smoking it too. I don't know. Like the recipe. or I need to have it more dry or more green. I have no idea because I don't smoke it, but there's something wrong here.
Whatever you guys are taking, I think I need it.
And I just like, I remember Bobo look at me like, and I'm like, never mind. And I just went up, he lost the contract. Oh, he hated me for years and years and years.
But it makes sense what you're saying.
But tell me about it. How you, as a homeless trust representative, are asking the county to give you a job to lobby against the homeless?
Yeah.
I was like, please tell me. Maybe, or either I am not smoking or taking the I don't know. Maybe the recipe is not there. Yeah, Bob is like my brother. He would look at me and he go like this. And I just look at him. I was like, oh shit, I think I got in trouble. And I went and I just. Why don't you sit down?
Now that we're talking about Bobo, do you agree how he left Hialeah?
No, but I think it's personal decisions, and it was very hard for him. I can tell you that much. First of all, his family is here. I know the family bubble since I was 19 years old.
But his wife works for Marco Rubio.
But for him, leave his kid and going more outside Hialeah, he was the one to. You never be able to catch Bobo between 2 and 3 o'clock because he has to pick up the kid, no matter what. He will personally go and pick up his son, spend time with him. So for him, family is so important, and it was hard for him. I remember I talked to him. I said, "Are you leaving?" Nah. But it was so important for what we're doing. And sometimes people don't understand. To be a lobbyist or to be part of that world is hard. Especially when the president is like, and tell Marco, I need Bobo to be here. How you say no?
No, of course.
And he tried. And I know for a fact, and I was like, oh, you're not going? Okay. What do you think? I said, me, to be honest, I don't know. Do I really want to be in that position of telling somebody so powerful and somebody who's trusting me with that job?
Right.
Say no, I would say yes.
Pero dejó Hialeah Candela.
The thing about Hialeah is Candela before.
There's always been
Carlos, our prior mayor, was the one to create all this shenanigans, all this problem with the water. Was him. He was giving license to all the businesses and developers to connect to water and sewer without being approved by the county. We can't say there is anybody else than Carlos' fault.
Carlos Hernandez.
Our prior mayor. He did it. So he was opening and leaving everybody. You will go open a cafeteria in Hialeah. The city will approve you, do everything, and then they connect to water. And nobody pays to the county. And it's not the same if you have an office with 3, 4, 5 people. When you have a restaurant, when it's hundreds of people to go to your business, and water, and you're cooking, and you're doing, it's at different levels. And he doesn't want to accept it. But when Bob, and I told him, I said, why do you want to get all these nightmares that Carlos Hernandez did when he privatized the solid waste? It was crazy. Did anybody say anything?
No.
Now everybody's complaining, everybody's bitching, everybody wants to be the heroes, but all of you, city of Hialeah, residents, you guys let Carlos Hernandez get away with it.
Yeah.
And now everybody else has to pay for this. And it's not, and I told,
Who do you think is going to be
no.
the next mayor of Hialeah?
To be honest, I was listening today to that, like, okay, you want Tondidor with all this crazy stuff that they say about him in his one day with your employees of your businesses, and the rest and the hotels are giving him discounts, all kind of things. Like, I'm really like, no way. And I'm like, it might be true. I don't know. And then Brian with his ideas that he think that he can resolve everything. No, you have a sign that I saw it yesterday when I went to Hialeah. Is a huge banner in Okeechobee, which you're already putting fines to the property, that they have liens running, and the property say, no, because when Brian's be a mayor, he's going to remove the liens from my house. No, it's not going to happen. That doesn't work like that. The mayor doesn't have the power. You have to go to a co-informant, you have to qualify, you have to do a lot of things. So it's things that you don't see that you're like, okay. Then you have, our mayor, which she need to actually grab her character better. I think that she's smart. I think that the reason they put her there because as a woman would be able to maneuver better the things.
But she needs a Brenda on Mercy next to her. Yesterday, I swear to my daughter, I thought it was gonna be her shine. I thought she was gonna shine. I thought she was gonna get, because she was getting the mic. If you see the budget meeting a couple times, she was like, and then she put the mic back. I was like, and then she gets it back. And I was like, I know. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
That's not the way that she's not a person who will speak up, and that's his biggest issue. Because if she will be able to explain to people, like, listen, the reason I'm saying 1% of the budget is because you can just cut 10%. Then imagine the service, how you, please think about this. When you pay taxes, is how the service works.
Correct.
You don't have the money, you can complain.
Yeah.
And what they're gonna do? They're gonna reduce 10% of the taxes, but they're gonna raise the mileage. It's the same thing. So you have to kind of like be more. But
yesterday, I swear, I had faith. I'm like, damn, she's gonna come. She's gonna. I think she needs a mentor to teach her how to, first, not to teach her how to talk, because obviously she knows how to talk, but to teach her to be secure on what she's gonna say. If you're secure what you're going to say, I think no hay te puedes tumbar. If you say, we're going to do this because I feel this, and this, and that's the right thing for my residents, then talk about it. But don't let 3 people attack you and then you
don't say anything
back.
Because then you accept it regardless.
Correct. Oh, you're so an embarrassment. No, girl, you're a mayor, inter-mayor. Depende. I think this is a good proposal because of this, that. Look, I brought people to talk about it. I want them to hear it. Right now, it's very divided, and that was another mistake. They should have brought someone to help with the votes.
The thing about it is, we have to understand is, you can change the vote. The only ones that can vote is commissioners.
Correct.
Or council.
But it's 3 and 3, so there's never.
Unless they're all. I thought it was the city of Hialeah has six council.
They have 6, but it's divided because it's 3 and 3. They need a 7th person, pero ya no, que esperan hasta noviembre.
The problem is, people don't realize this. If you do not approve your budget now, before October 1st, you as a Hialeah, you're not getting the money.
Correct.
So just think about this. And your council person who are so responsible for you and your services are not going to have money. It's very simple. Unless your budget has been approved, you are not getting money.
Yeah.
Meaning, it's possible that people are not going to get paid. It's possible the services are going to be cut off. It's possible you're going to go to City Hall and it's going to be nobody because until you have an approved budget, you do not have money from the state.
And if they don't approve it, guess what? You have to wait until next year to get approval.
Well, so not just that. If you are cutting your everything. It's going. The governor can decide. You know what? I'm going to give you the same money that I gave you last year, and that's it. Even though the money, the supposedly budget that you proposed, which is the Jackie proposed and sent to the state, That money should be sitting right now in Miami-Dade County, but unless you get your budget approved, you are not going to be able to receive full % of the budget because nobody knows anything. Nobody knows where the money goes.
Yeah, they didn't approve it yesterday. Now
they're going to have, and you're going to see this, they're going to have a special meeting coming before October 1st, because if by September 30th, they haven't approved the budget, City of Hialeah, you guys are going to understand what it means, do things the right way, in a schedule like the Americans do.
Do the highway, or they're going to kick you guys out.
The people don't understand. It's not just about fight and the two sides are wrong.
Correct.
Because the two sides need to understand
and they're
about
taking it personal
people.
in there. They need to understand when they're sitting there, we have to move the personal and it's business and solving the problem. That's why you guys are there. After that, en el parqueo se repegan si quieren. Pero ahí, they need to have respect and they need to agree in what they think is right for Hialeah. Because right now, to me, I know everybody hates it when I say, to me, Hialeah is a third world country, just modern because they have restaurants and nice cars. Pero por ahí,
listen, Hialeah and Miami, we are in the same boat. And we're not moving forward. Well, at least in City of Miami, you have 5 boats, so it's always going to be back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth.
Right? But it's still, they're soldering irons. They are really, really heavy. To me, the CRA are a big issue. Because for those who don't understand, the county has stopped approving CRA budget. So what happened is they are 5 years behind. When the governments find out, with the federal government, do investigation about CRA, everybody on the mother
is going to go down the hill.
Is going to go down the hill. You know why? Because you spend federal money without approved a budget. What Commissioner or Chairman Gilbert said 3 years ago, I am not voting for any of this because I don't know what you did with the money. So I come with my budget from 5 years ago and say, here, Mercy, approve me so I can keep asking for money.
Yeah.
But Mercy never knew that I have $500,000 for salaries. I didn't even know what they did. So for decades, the commission will be like, approve, nobody cares. Now, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't see this budget. How? Oh, this is from 2 years ago. And I didn't approve this, you already spent the money.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's 5 years. Omni CRA. Overtown CRA. The other one, I don't know the other one por ahí. I don't know if Alapara is Joseph Ganao, so forget it. But these two have millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They already spent. Has not been approved by the county.
I know. I had a pocket.
And the city of Miami is still approving. Give them money.
Yeah.
So the government is going to come and say, hey, CRA only from this year, county hasn't approved you. Why you spend the money? Give me my money back.
Yeah,
and that's when many people want to go to jail.
Yeah, I can't.
And that's not.
I don't
remember, this is not 1 year. Federal is normally 10 years minimum.
Yeah.
It's not as the people from Camacol that they got on through all this trouble for the $27 million that was lost because the building that they did, that's federal, 10 years. Minimum.
My last question, who would you like to see running for mayor for Miami-Dade? I wanted to see your opinion because I know you go to all these budget meetings, but who's someone that you would like for them to run for Miami-Dade?
Brenda Garcia.
Who?
Rene.
Garcia. Oh, Rene Garcia.
Yeah. I think he's one of those few people that understand what it means to be an elected official. They wants to be responsible with the money of the people. At least what I have seen when he was in the state and now when he's in the county, he's one of the most conservative, but at the same time, he will disagree with you on something that he knows you shouldn't be doing. He used to want the vote no for most of the non-profit organizations who we have hundreds of non-profit organizations to receive money. Then now they're fighting because the 420 million that were disappear appear.
Appear en la gaveta.
Right? And then I think those are him. I don't know if I heard that other people want to do is Joe Sanchez is a good guy too. To be honest, it's not that.
Well, Joe Sanchez is running for Lynn Higgins' seat.
now, but he was thinking about mayor. But probably, I think Joey will be great.
I think he'll be good as a commissioner, not as a mayor. Not yet.
Just,
maybe later on.
Miami Beach is a very key piece in District 5. I was asked to drop from District 3 to wait for District 5. I said no. I know everybody in Miami Beach. I go to their Christmas party, which the mayor normally do in the convention center, over 900 seniors. I go to them all the time because they're friends. You know, and I'm very good friends with Matty Bauer, you know, former mayor for Miami Beach. I am still listening and sometimes go to a time. The other day they invite me to go to the Tuesday Breakfast Club, which I used to do for years. And now I'm concentrating on the city of Miami, but I was invited, I was able to speak, even though I'm not in their city, but everybody, watch the podcast that they have, so they invite me because I normally work with the seniors. So Miami Beach is a very unique place. Eileen Higgins has lost them. Like, if she would have anybody running against her, Miami Beach would not move on. Eileen has lost a lot of touch with people because she does concentrate in public transportation just on the media. But she cut off Lejeune, she cut off Beacon Boulevard.
And she was okay for the increasement of the Metro Rail.
And something that I say to them the other day is like, how are you going to tell me that I'm paying the penny, half a penny of Pinellas for the transportation is still now. That's the one you pay for the buses. That's the one you pay for the Metro Mover. Yeah. The one you pay for Metro Rail. Plus what you charge, right? But Metro Mover, she was asking to pay $10 for the non-residents. And residents have paid $100 a year. And I'm like, you're going to double tax me? I don't even use the Metro Mover.
Yeah.
Why am I paying for it? For you to have something nice to say, oh, look what I'm doing. No.
Yeah.
It's a federal money coming to do the Metro Mover expansion from downtown to FAU, 107, through Flagler. Right?
Yeah.
But it's being on hold. Because who's going to give anything to a Democrat mayor? Who money get lost?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the non-profit organization will have a full of trucks or who knows what, and then the money for disappear again. So think about it. $3.5 billion we spent from Dayland Mall or the Dayland Station to Homestead to do what? Payment? A beautiful station? You're gonna tell me that you spend $3.5 billion of federal money for redo or whatever, renew the streets or the buses. The beautiful building is, you would have spent $3.5 billion? And I asked Congressman Carlos Jimenez, I said, hey, what's going on? Are we doing something special here that $3.5 billion can supposedly invest in there? What are you talking about? Of course you do. Then I'm not supposed to be talking. But you know what is the way how they spend our money?
Like
$3.5 billion. You and me. Did they tell me, Brenda, what are you going to do with $3.5 billion in the Miami County? Oh boy, listen, all the seniors will not pay for the taxes. I will make sure the seniors get what they need to get done, right, about paying the taxes, paying the light bill, which is a program for it, right, and help them in any kind of sense if they need to remove something in the house.
Right.
And I will, a lot of parts, I will do affordable housing. I will do housing like Habitat for Humana. Listen, in Little Havana, people don't know, but in between 6 and 7 is one block, is 12 houses. It's small. It's just your house in a little piece of land, but they're single family homes. And that's their property, and the little block, you go there, everybody knows each other, and you know what? It's a small, it's not big, but it's your house.
It's your house, claro.
And I always tell people, how many houses I could have built in 82 acres of Mel Reese? Oh no, now it's a mall. Do you think it's going to improve the traffic? No. It's going to help Miami? No. Are they paying taxes? No. Are they paying rent? No.
Yeah.
So 83 acres of our land just disappear instead of doing houses for first-time home buyers. Do small houses. Listen, 5,000 square feet lot and 2,000 square feet house. And guess what? We helping people to stay in Miami. People leave Miami because of prices.
Yeah.
We as nobody. I was gonna say we as a government. Hey, oh no, yet. Anyway, let me knock the doors. People should understand this. Government cannot tell you how you're gonna price your rent.
Right.
But if you have land, instead of be having the Marlins 6 acres of land around it, be affordable housing. There is money. Higgins is using it.
Yeah.
We related. They are rebuilding everything with the $375 million that is there for affordable housing. And then they do what for? And then the land that was supposed to be for seniors for Section A is being used by Related and Higgins to build regular housing.
Yeah.
So are you disenfranchising the people? Yes, you are. And do by what? By our elected officials. So we need to be more responsible. To me, one of my things that I want to do is I want to build affordable housing in our properties of City of Miami for our seniors. Do it easily. I even spoke with Luis Royer, which is the hot east coast of Florida. And I said, Luis, if I want to build unit for affordable housing, he said, look at the land, look at the project. When you have everything approved, tell me, I'll give you money for the land. I give you money to build, and I give you the Section 8 voucher.
Oh, nice.
So why elected officials right now are not doing it? Because it's not convenience. I'm not going to make money for it because the land is going to be who? For the Section 8. Who's going to manage it? City of Miami. Am I going to get the money? No. So did they interested? No, because it's not going to fill the pocket.
Right.
I do. I don't care. I do have my people. I do have my seniors that I want to get them out of those nasty buildings. There are rats and roaches all over the place. So can you build it? Of course. And I would love to be able to have for city employees, police, military, and fire, and teachers. 1,000 units. Only they call moderate rent. If it's in land of the city, you don't have to pay taxes. If it's done by a HUD, you don't need to pay taxes, and they give you money to build it. And then you as a city say, you know what? If you're my employee for that 1 month, you can pay $1,000. Oh, you're a family of three, okay, really. And you work it, but you can control when you own the building.
Right.
But what happened is, why can't you do it? Because it will not fill the elected official pocket. Or anybody, any developer. It will be for the city. That way the citizen of the city of Miami will benefit and will stay. How many people you and me know that they move?
Yeah. A lot of my clients.
How many of our kids, my son lives in Texas because he said, Mom, I cannot afford to buy a house in Miami. Why our kids leave? Because they can afford to live in Miami. But it depends on us.
Correct.
I want to do 1,000 units as a condo. The city can sell me the same way they're going to sell Parajongo to do luxury condos. I want the city to give me the land to build first-time home buyers condo units just for people who live in the city of Miami. You have to prove that you live in the city of Miami.
Right. And
you can actually get the program of Miami-Dade County, that you go the course for 3 months, and you get $75,000 for your first time, for your first house at 2%. Then the person has $75,000 to do your down payment, closing, and extras, and then you can buy it.
Yeah.
Anybody cares?
No.
Nobody cares. And that's the reason to me it's so upsetting when I'm going to sell the park. Why you want to sell the park? Built for our people.
Yeah.
Una preguntita ahí aparte de la Aileen Higgins estaba haciendo yo no sé, ordenanza o como judicialmente la historia, es que ellos pueden ser directores de no profit que va a crear el condado para Affordable House. Eso estuvo en el último agenda.
Sí, lo que pasa es que como tú cobras esos beneficios que tú le estás dando a otra gente cuando tú no seas comisionado. Porque volvemos al punto de, en este momento, o mejor dicho, right now, right? How you get money or benefits, right? When you are giving all this land to developers to build.
99 años.
Plus 50 and 50, right? So we're gonna be dead by the time that those listas come back, and nobody's gonna remember. So what happened is, if she is the director of any non-profit organization, who actually get paid? Directors. So it's like asking, oh, county, allow me to be the director for this project that I'm doing.
Right.
Because I want to be such a nice person, so I want to donate my time, of course, if I get paid, for it. You shouldn't. No elected officials, while you are an elected official or after you leave your office, should be receiving any type of these positions. Because what you're creating is the circle of, I'm going to build you 300 units, because when I leave, I'm going to be the director.
Yeah.
So those 300 units are going to pay for my salary.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, no. If you were ever elected official, you shouldn't be in any of those seats, because then you are benefits for something that you approved back then, and now you are receiving, you pay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. But we as the citizens, we need to be more informed and understand. So, understand?
Ahora quieren unir DRM, el que controla la zona, más ARE, que es otro. Todos son developers, todos son de insurance, todos son es la cofradía entre ellos ahí. No se sabe, pero ya está para que iban a hacer un solo departamento. Y los ambientalistas estaban fajados con eso.
Because what happened is, when you build, you need to understand how you build, right? But at the same time, you can just build and nobody's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you that most people don't understand what a basin B is. Do you understand what basin B is?
Kind of.
Okay. More in the north side, right? Actually, north side. You start from here, from Sunset, down all the way down to almost finish of the end of the county. Basin B is the land. They are supposed to be wetlands. And what happens is, if you have a wetland, half of that wetland has to stay as a retaining water. So a retention water, like if this piece of paper is 10 acres, 5 can be built, and the other 5 has to be retaining water. So what they're doing now is like, oh, why do I have to leave these 5? Now with the merging of this 5 might become 7 or 8, and then I will have 2 just for retaining water. Right? And that's what happened in Doral, in many areas, Seawater, all the way over here. That's when you see huge project and just a little piece and then a lake. With a beautiful fountain, and you're like, wow, they're so nice. No, they've been forced. So in the moment that you merge both of them, it's going to be some leaning of, do I actually have to follow what the state and everything else says to protect the ecosystem, the retention of the water, why the flooding is so much, because all this is combination. In the moment that you merge both, how this one is going to be opposing something that you are part of it. It's so sad to know too much.
Yes, it is. But thank you so much for coming. Are you going to be doing any events for anybody to meet you? I'm pretty sure after this, everybody wants to meet you.
Well, actually, I'm doing events everywhere. I am in different part of the city. I am knocking on doors every day. So if you see me in the street, say hi to me. My volunteers, which they are actually 100% volunteers, then I get paid. We are knocking between 150 and 200 houses a day.
Wow.
So we are literally speaking with every single resident of the city of Miami. Not including that we're having all kind of events. And believe it or not, many events are clinics, their friends, or the comedore, you know, where they give the meals. And a lot of private events, people do, different organizations do events. Hey, Brenda, I need you to come. I think they have a few voters that they would like to speak with you.
Oh, wow.
And then I get to the events and I speak about my amendments. If you don't vote for Brenda because you're not in my district, please vote for the amendments or love them amendments so we can get away and move forward, you know, for that. Everybody doesn't know my number, but I can give you my number. 786-227-0267. everybody calls me. It's my same number for years and years. So if you have a business card of me, most likely you're gonna get me. And I'm easy. Everybody knows me, and everybody knows what I do. And I just been around everywhere. It's a lot. This Friday I have an event with a clinic, a friend of mine who I helped them open the clinic with the DACA license.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, they invited me, and it's right here in Little Havana. Mm-hmm. Then at the same time, another friend of mine in the Comedor is giving 500 bags with farm chair, which I helped them get farm chair. So it's like, oh, you gotta come. I'm like, okay, I'm going. So I'm like gonna be like everywhere, right? Yes. And at the same time, I help churches. So I get donations all the time for a lot of. I have a good clients and good friends that they give all kind of donations. Like last week, we got a container of avocado for donation for the 75 churches that I support. So some of them are in the district, some are not. But to me, I think it's important. So they were doing an event with that. Then another friend of mine does Amazon. They buy the bulk, the whole 50,000 square feet of warehouse that he had. So when he has some items that he's like, oh well, I'm gonna donate it. So I just send a message to the churches. Who wants them? And the last time we did is seven pallets of clothes, jeans, mask. We have baby clothes. We had shoes, and even some rocks that they give us. And the churches got to the place and take them for them. So there are a lot of different events. I'm just everywhere. The Association of Pastor, Unidad Pastoral, Pastor, I love you guys. They help with me a lot. It's kind of different, They're like, oh, well, you always here for us. So it's kind of like we are giving you little tiny things for all these years you always been here. So I'm just grateful. I have interviews from everywhere. I have interview from ABC contractor, the East Coast. They're interviewing me. The Young Republican, where COVID, they were going to interview me as well. I have interview for all kind of non-profit that people tell me not to do any questionnaire, which I don't understand much. But everybody, environmental, all kind of organizations I never even in my life knew that existed, they are sending me a questionnaire. And people tell me, don't fill it out. They just want to see what you say, and if something happened 2 years down the road, they're going to get the piece of paper and say, hey, look. And he said, don't do it. Because they don't want to help you. They just want to have something in writing so they can come back like they do to everybody. Oh, you told me.
Yeah.
So I'm being careful.
Yeah.
I like trees. I love trees. I have a lot of trees in my house.
Thank you so much for coming. So we'll stay in touch because I want to be seeing more of your feistiness. Well, on Thursday I'll be looking at the
tomorrow is gonna be a great day. Yes. It's gonna be a great day. I think that everybody just keep informed. It's very brave of you to do what you're doing. I want to thank you because I think it's something amazing. Us women can be more than just the mom, just the wife. Right? We can be the entrepreneur. We can be the person who actually give information to people. And don't be discouraged by people. I was being discouraged by everybody. What I do is crazy. And then when they have a problem, they call you.
Yeah.
Then your craziness is not crazy. It will help. So for you to do it, I think it's amazing. I think that you can keep up. And if you think that you need to reach out to certain people that you're not 100% sure, call me. Most likely I know them. So most likely I can actually connect you. And it's very important to keep informing and don't be afraid.
Thank you.
People are going to talk and you just have to
they had to brush it off, yes.
Yes, and if you think eventually you need help for any other reason or you want to go somewhere, I'm impressed. But people don't understand this. But I am a news reporter, even though I don't do much because I'm right. So if you want to get into conference and things, and if you don't have the credentials because whatever, call me. I'll give you some. I'll connect you and I'll put you there. We
have all our stuff already.
So because it's important for you to reach out to the places that people are afraid to reach out, and it's very important for you to follow her. And to see what the job that they are doing, a great job, and they trying to keep you informed. And the most important part is she's being honest with you. She's not. We don't have no questions. We just talk about it and we being honest. So that tells you that what her point is for you to be informed. She wants you to be educated. Don't feel bad. It can be people who degrees, master degrees. But if you ignore the information that she's giving you, then you're being a fool. So take what she's doing. It's amazing what she's doing. I have seen her, and I always kind of look at her videos and the things that she's doing. And I was surprised. And to be honest, it's an honor. I really felt so good. I was telling my husband, oh my God, I always see what she does. I'm going to go. And he was like, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I'm just going.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
You do. You're doing great. I think eventually you want to have to grow a little bit more in different ways. And just look at it front. You just see your vision is right. What you feel and what you're doing, the vision is right. And maybe it's the right time for us as a woman to push for that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are giving a point of view that most people don't understand.
Yeah.
And us as a woman, that's our sexto sentido.
Yeah.
You know, that we have. But you're doing amazing. I think
Thank you.
Don't stop. Don't let them encourage you.
Thank
Do
you.
it and follow it, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, follow her.
Thank you.